Davey, a difficult 2-0 defeat here in Dingwall. Can you just give us your thoughts after that one?
I thought up until the first goal was we'd started the game fairly well. We obviously don't get the goal ourselves, and then Lakaviti walks in our box unopposed. So it's not something we worked on in video, it's not something we worked on in training. Individuals taking responsibility for that, and if centre halves and strikers are going to be allowed headers in our box unopposed, there's not a lot I can do about it at this point in time, bar change of personnel. So really disappointed in the manner of the goal we lost. In terms of I'm shouting for the edge of the technical area, Lakaviti. Anyway, doesn't get picked up. We don't stop the cross for the wide area. But up until that point, I thought we were okay. Probably looked like a team that had the ascendancy. But again, it was nice. It was nice without really any penetration. Get the goal, get to half time. I think they come out with a wee bit more confidence, a wee bit more momentum. In terms of, I thought they were a wee bit nervous before that in terms of Ross County. They then start the second half better. The long balls put us under pressure, balls into your box, and you lose a second goal. But again, no marking a striker in the box. I know Lakaviti's not a striker, but he's unopposed in our box. Him and Jordan White are the two strongest headers of the ball. Malky's changed his front pairing, put two new strikers on, and nobody's backing the boy up. So don't get out to stop the cross, no intensity to get out to stop the cross, and then nobody's marking in the box, there's no contact in the box. So you're 2-0 down, then you try and mix it up slightly, the game becomes very direct at that point. Brucey struggles with that side of the game against three centre-halves. You put Curtis on, who should theoretically, with his height and aggression, get us up the park and get sent off after how long was on the park?
Oh, about 5 minutes.
That's something along the lines. Then you're down to 10 men, the game's gone. Game's gone at that point. I've looked at the red card back and it's a red card all day. You don't get away with that in modern day football. You don't get away with that when there's video technology. You might get lucky and there's a yellow card before VAR, but you don't get away with it. I didn't think in real time there was a lot of momentum in the swing of the arm, but when I actually watched it back, and again watching footage back, it probably makes it look a little bit worse than what it was in real time. But I think there was enough momentum in the swing to merit a red card. At that point, we're done. The boys are done.
Is it difficult to take as a manager the nature, say, of the two goals that they've both came from the same man and the same kind of type of delivery that, like you say, unable to go and stop the cross? He's already showed that he's able to do it one time. And
You've got to be capable of dealing with balls in your box. Opponents are going to put balls in your box, so you've got to be able to go and deal with that at that point in time, and we've not. I'm not going to lie, it's an area that the recruitment this year is going to have to get better at, because I think we've lost too many of these types of goals this season. Boys not quite doing their job, knowing their job but not doing their job, and if we don't learn very quickly, they're going to find themselves out the team very quickly. So it's a difficult one. Big Fitzy went off with a swollen ankle, so it's a difficult one. Try to get the balance right by maybe giving players an opportunity that have got something to prove, opposed to maybe players that are, don't know, is that desire quite there now? Not sure. Did you see more desire from Ross County when they went a goal up? I would question that. I'd say there was, and that falls down to me. I need to take the responsibility for that. It's my job to motivate the players.
And just in the kind of attacking third of the game as well, it felt like we were really struggling to get any shots on goal. What do you think that was?
I think we were really struggling. I don't think up until their goal, I think we were going to break them down. We got in behind them, so I think it was just a matter of time at that point. We only peppering, but remember, they're fighting relegation, they're fighting for their life, so they're dropping into a mid-low block, so it's very difficult to play through them or play around them or play over them. But again, I thought we had enough controlled possession, controlled entries into the final third to take something from the game. They score that goal and the game dynamics change at that point. And I keep talking about it. The first goal in the Premier League is huge. It's monumental. It's absolutely huge in terms of momentum and confidence. They then can probably play a wee bit more percentage football. So at that point, they've got something to hold on to. The game becomes really direct and we struggle to get up the park. And really that's the story of the game. And you go down to 10 men and you're never going to take anything back at that point. It's quite a small, tight park. It's quite tight. So there's not a lot of space to play. And when they went to goal up, fair play to them, they dropped in, they banged it along, the two strikers on my legs, it chased everything. They changed the way they were playing and it worked for them. So fair play, and we have to find a way to combat that, and we never.
It's one of those things now that Motherwell picked up 3 points in their game. The gap between 7th and 8th is now closed down to 2 points, and we head off to Kilmarnock next week for a difficult away fixture. How do Livingston pick themselves up and try and get momentum to try and keep hold of that 7th place?
It's keeping hold of that 7th place, but as individuals you've got to have that desire. I can tell the boys, I can talk to the boys, I can do all of these things, my staff can do all that, but if you've not got that individual desire to go and win games of football, or your head's in Ibiza or your head's at another club, I can't change that. And that's maybe slightly where we might find ourselves just now as boys, maybe that are not going to be here next year, and it's up to me to find that extra motivation from them. So that's how you pick yourself up as an individual, with pride in your ability, pride in your individual performance, and it has to come back. It's got to get stripped right back, and don't step onto a training park if you've not got the desire on a Saturday to go and win that game of football and play for that badge. And that's for me, we've maybe had a wee drop in terms of, I'm not blaming it on the players that are not going to be here next year, because it's a team effort, it's a collective effort, but we've all got to step up to the plate and give a wee bit more. Dundee United game, very, very similar. Controlled large portions of the first half. They score a goal and then it changes the game. They then chase the game and go 2-0 down. Not quite so sure. I think the first half played out the same in terms of the opposition get the first goal, but we had good possession within the first half. Very, very little chances for either team, and they seem to get that goal. So we need to keep working hard, and hopefully our luck changes slightly, but as individuals we need to do more.